I'm Ruth Elinski. Welcome to another interview with your hosts here. Scott Hathcock joins me, CEO of Moonshot, and I'm of course the program. Hey there, and I'm of course the program director with the Yavapai College SBDC. And in this interview series, we are showcasing the winners of the 2024 Moonshot Rural AZ Pitch Tour. So, how are you today, Scott?
Yes, and there's 16 of them. And what is fascinating about today's winner that we'll be talking to is she was the very first winner on this year's tour. The last time I have seen her was around, I think it was February 23rd.
It was February, yes.
Yeah, so this was our first time to Wickenburg as well. We have not been to Wickenburg in previous tour years, so that's exciting. And she's got a great story as well, like all these guys. That we bring on this show, right?
Yes, that's right. So just a reminder, this series includes individual interviews with this year's Moonshot Rural Pitch Tour winners. And these, to Scott and I, are some of Arizona's new and emerging entrepreneurs. These are folks that are standing out amongst the crowd as just emerging addressing emerging issues, coming up with solutions to really critical problems. So we're going to hear their.
Yeah, sometimes issues involve stomachs.
Yes.
And the need to feed.
Yes. And comfort, right? So we're going to hear stories, challenges, of course, and then what's coming next for them. Not just the final pitch, but what are their goals for next year and the coming years ahead. So we're really excited to welcome Hilary Rigo of Idabee Treats this morning.
Woo-hoo!
Hello, Hilary.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. How are you?
Good. We're doing great. It's good to see you. We'll just kick off here and just have you share who you are, what your business is, where you're located, how long have you been in business, that kind of thing. Anything you want to share?
Sure. Yeah. So again, my name's Hilary. I live in Wickenburg, Arizona. I have for about the last 20 years. My husband's originally from there. I'm from the East Coast originally, but came west. So my family is, my husband's family is actually from there. And so finally, after 20 years, they know who I am and not just that I'm married to him, which is great. So I own a cottage bakery, Idabee Treats, here in Wickenburg. And I've been in business about officially 3 years since I actually registered and all of that. I started as a cottage bakery in 2018. And then really kind of amped it up in about 2021. And yeah, do lots of different kind of baked treats. There's a lot of that kind of thing in Wickenburg, but I do a lot of kind of old fashioned traditional, really it's the recipes that my mother did and my grandma who used to have a bakery back on the East Coast. And just, it's the kind of stuff I love and I pass it on because other people love it too.
So it's my understanding, Hilary, that you didn't really tell anybody that you were going to participate in this pitch event. Is that right? You kind of did it on the fly and a little bit secretively. Can you tell us what you were thinking?
It was one of those things where it's like, do I really want to do this? I don't know if I'm really ready for this. And I actually told my sisters who do not live locally. So I wasn't even telling my husband or my kids. And they went, no, you absolutely need to do it. So I did. And then when I won, of course, I called my husband and my kids. I'm like, so I did a thing today and everybody was super excited. And my boys, of course, were like, of course you won. So
yes.
Yeah, so it was.
That's awesome. Well, this is especially interesting because I think you're the first person we've spoken with on this showcasing of tour winners that is also a client of this Yavapai SBDC region.
Yeah.
And so I think because you won, that speaks volumes as well to the fact that you had the SBDC. How long did you work with the SBDC prior to showing up at the pitch event, or did you?
A little bit. It really wasn't more than maybe about a month, maybe 6 weeks or
Mhm.
so, that I had seen the promotions and stuff about the pitch competition, and thought, okay, well, how do I even get into this? And so started talking with Marie and with Ruth Ellen, and I had worked on some stuff previously through another program a while back, and kind of went from that basic and said, okay, what about this? And got really awesome feedback about, oh, let's try this, let's try color, let's, talk more about, where you're really from, and all the background and stuff. So it was really good, because sometimes I get very like, you see just this and don't see what somebody else might, and that was a really big help.
So
So
Hilary,
what's
so I was going to ask, you mentioned your grandma's recipes. Is there more to your why other than sharing some of those? Maybe something else. There's a reason that you are choosing this path.
Well, really, when it comes down to it, I mean, my why is just, I love seeing the reaction of people. I love sharing like the stuff that I love with other people. I've been baking like as long as I can remember, and people for years went, "Oh, you should sell this. You could totally sell this." And to see people's reactions, whether it's like a birthday cake or even just cookies and stuff brought to things, people, whether it's the like great big grin or just the like close your eyes and just, oh, that's good. I love the reactions of other people to see how much they love what I do. So
So I was going to ask what the biggest challenge has
Yeah.
been that you have faced and conquered or dodged.
A lot of dodging, right? A lot of dodging. That's normal.
Probably, honestly, the biggest challenge so far is just a matter of time. I work a full-time job, which I love, but then I do this on the side, which means a lot of very early mornings, baking and getting things ready, and then some late nights too, on the paperwork side of things or going to events, that kind of thing. So a lot of it's this time management. I genuinely, it's a challenge I'm still trying to overcome, but it's actually been super helpful. A lot of the stuff, honestly, doing the moonshot pitch stuff has pushed me to look at what it would really take to be able to do the baking as my full-time gig, rather than just the side thing. So it's a challenge I'm still working on, but I'm getting there.
It seems like you have a really supportive family.
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
Good. Are they in the kitchen with you?
I try not to let them. Actually, my husband's like, it would be great if we could just expand this kitchen and then I could actually use it when you're doing things.
Yeah. So does Wickenburg have a commercial kitchen?
They do not. I mean, there are probably commercial kitchens at places that I might be able to borrow or to be able to use, but I haven't looked quite that far into things yet, to see if that'd be a possibility, because that would change what I'd have to be registered as, because Cottage Bakery has to be out of your own kitchen, and once you go commercial, then you have to make that switch that way. So baby steps.
Yes, incremental growth. That's good. That's good. Is there anything else you want to share about your business or where you are right now? What does the future hold? Maybe you want to share a goal or two. Where do you want to be by the end of the year?
Yeah, so what I'm looking at right now in terms of sort of short-term goals, number one, I'd really love to either expand my kitchen or get like a little more space. But really looking at within the next year, I do think it's feasible for me to be able to, one way or the other, to make this my full-time gig. Ideally within the next like 3 to 5 years ish, to look at actually getting, taking that next great big step, getting my own standalone bakery, being able to hire some more people to help, which would, be nice on my time too. So again, incremental steps to get there. I'm getting better at seeing what the big goal is, and then the little things underneath that need to happen in order to get there. But yeah, so 5-year plan is to have my own place finally, which everybody keeps asking me for. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Hilary, what are your specialties? What are the special items that you make that people ask for? And how do we contact you? I've got your Facebook page.
So
there.
definitely on my Facebook page, I respond to messages really well, or via my email, which is just idabeetreats@gmail.com, and online on Facebook and Instagram at idabeetreats. I do a lot of, well, my favorites are cookies, old fashioned chocolate chip, peanut butter, oatmeal, raisin, all of those. But I do a lot of family favorite kind of things too, pies, cakes. I had so much fun doing a wedding cake earlier this summer for one of my previous students. So a little bit of everything. But yeah, the like I say, kind of old fashioned stuff, but not just traditional, like invokes a memory kind of things is really my favorite stuff to make.
So tell us where the name comes from.
Oh, Idabee is actually me. My sisters, it's a childhood nickname. My sisters, for whatever weird reason, took the name Hilary and transformed into Idabee. They literally still, at my age, still call me that.
I love that.
It's just one of those fun things. So
that is awesome.
Very
so
sweet.
Are we going to see any changes in your pitch, since it's been a long time since we've seen you in February? Has anything changed in your business pitching or in your model that we should anticipate?
Yeah, a little bit. Just in terms of having some more concrete, small goals of, okay, this is what I'd like to, purchase next. So, quite big walk-in cooler, and to kind of I've been able to take a better look at, more precise on financials, what it would take to be able to take a next step, and even time in terms of that. I'm afraid I'm probably not going to bring cookies for that many people in the room.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. No, I don't want you to have to. I don't want you to have to work for the work to show up, right? So I want you to do the work you're doing and not the baking work. No, we're excited.
I'll actually bring my family this time with me, so
okay. So this part will not be a surprise to them.
Cat's out of the bag now, huh? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Great.
Well, thank you so much, Hilary. We're excited. We're excited to see you again.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm excited to come.
Yeah. We will see you, and you'll have your 5-minute pitch, and we will most likely walk away hungry. Well, we're having food, so hopefully we'll cover that on our end. But it is tough when we listen to these founders when they pitch food and they don't bring it. Mm-hmm. And she did. She brought it that day. So
it was a smart move. Very strategic, Hilary.
Yes, exactly. All right.
Just let me know if I need to bring an extra box just for you guys,
It's all good. It's all good. Thank you so much, Hilary. Thanks for seeing.
Thank you, Hilary.
For joining us today.
See you soon.
So have you had the cookies?
I have not had the cookies, actually. I think my team members have had cookies.
They have had the cookies because like I said, Hilary served them the day that she won. So, and your team would have been there for that.
Yes, that's right. I was just going to point out, a lot of clients that we see start exactly where Hilary is, which is in her home kitchen as a cottage industry business. And this happens a lot. And it's really amazing to watch the transformation and what's really possible just starting at that incremental level. So
yeah, no, I love the fact too that she still has her job. Yes. And that has a plan to eventually leave her full-time job and make this the full-time job.
Transition out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to have a legitimate timeline in mind is awesome. So
a lot of entrepreneurs, it's like we want it all right now, right?
Yeah.
And the reality of that is just is not possible. And so if you can get people like Hilary thinking in that incremental way, it really is the safest path forward, is to just take it one step at a time.
And I also love the fact that she's got such a supportive family, and that her husband's fighting for the kitchen back.
Truth. Well, maybe we can make that happen for him, right?
Exactly. Maybe they can add a tiny home module to the side of the kitchen. Yeah. From our other client. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, everyone, check out Idabee Treats for sure. And again, Scott and I are really enjoying this Entrepreneur Spotlight series where we're highlighting all of the winners from this year's 2024 Rural AZ Pitch Tour. And appreciate you, Scott, and Moonshot, all you're doing for these entrepreneurs in rural communities.
Well, you as well. Thank you, Ruth Ellen and SBDC for being partners of this all across the state. So
it's really fun. Yeah. Okay. See you soon.
All right.
Bye,
bye-bye.
everyone.